Okay, welcome to the second unboxing of the day. Welcome to my channel, and this unboxing is the Magickal Botanical Oracle. I've just done an unboxing here of the Woodland Wardens, and so I thought it might go together quite well actually, because flora and fauna and botanical. But this is from a completely different perspective from what I can actually glean. And that's because Christopher Penczak is one of the contributors to the deck, and Christopher Penczak has quite a few magical type books out. You must have heard of this author, Maxine Miller. I'm not sure I've heard of that author, but we shall see. And the box is absolutely intriguing. I haven't even opened the deck yet, but look at this mandrake in the shape here of a magical being, and here we've got the mandrake as the actual plant. We've got loads of glyphs here and sigils, all sorts. It says plants from the witch's garden. We call to the element of earth in the great before, not quite sure what that word says. And we call the green spirits of wisdom, and we call upon the bane mandrake, root of love, death and wisdom. Mandragora of the midnight scream that brings madness. Whisper the secrets of the deep earth to us. You can almost smell the roots, can't you, on this? Well, I can. Wow, this is going to be very evocative, I think. What does it say? That's the side. That's the top. The side and the bottom. Don't know what this is about. Okay, so one barcode covering another for some reason. Right. It's a low Scarabeo deck. So I wonder if that means that the guidebook is going to be in different languages as the low Scarabeo tarot decks are. Let's see if I can get into this. So it's a thumbnail opening just like the Woodland Wardens. It's black on the inside. Thick chunky book, but it's all in English. It's all in English. Yes. Oh, happy about that. Oh man. I have not seen any walkthroughs of this deck. This is going to be an absolute new experience. So these are the backs, the Lord and Lady maybe. It's definitely that mandrake again. Oh my. So we've got a ribbon to get the cards out of the box. They're not actually very big for an oracle deck. Normally oracle decks are a lot bigger than that. What have we got here to compare? Of course, we have the Rider-Waite-Smith. I always compare my text with the Rider-Waite-Smith. Alrighty. Okay, so it's wider, but the same height. We wait for the sun to come back out. How many cards are in the deck? Does it say? 33. I'll go through the deck, walk through the deck in a mo. Just put it to one side for a second. Okay, and have a little look at this here. Amazingly large book. Oh, doesn't that it reminds me of Lady Cottington's pressed flower fairy book. That really does. Oh dear, love that book. Okay. Oh, look at that, the back page. Bibliography, 221 pages altogether. Okay. So let's have a little look. That's that same image. It's on that page there. This is 2022 mass market deck, as I said. We've got a forward, an introduction, plant spirits from the witch's garden, and then the cards, and then it lists them by number, all 33, and then it's the back part instead of the front. Normally in these guidebooks it's in the front of how to work with the cards, etc. Anyway, here it's in the back. How to work with these cards, preparing the cards for use, reading with the cards, the card reading spreads, beyond the garden path, which I presume is further research, and then the biographies of both creators and a bit of biography. There's your foreword by Maxine Miller. Introduction. Green world as seen through the eyes of the witch. Each of these cards embodies a living plant spirit. Oh, this is going to be so magical. Each type of plant has its own overarching collective spirit, considered by some the group soul, oversoul, or diva of the plant. That's a lot like crystals. Anyway, we've got an invocation, I think, here. Looks like an invocation. Then the elements, air, fire, water and earth. The planets. Wow. Poison. And then we're into the cards. So the first card, the Angel's Trumpet. It gives its Latin name, the planets assigned to it and the elements, and a rendition of the card. And then we get 2 pages. So the magical meaning, the medicine, the divinatory meaning, and the reversed meaning, and an affirmation. So I presume that's what happens with every card. 32 is the yew. I know about the yew. They grow in churchyards and don't go near them. It's not in your interest to go near a yew tree in a graveyard. Superstition or not, I don't know. Okay. How to work with the cards. A protection spell. And we've got some spreads. Wow. But they're not only spreads, they're spells. So this one is a spell for protection, I would think. A love spell for self and others. An attraction spell. Prosperity spell. So it's bringing in other things. Look, they've got crystals in this one, a candle in that one. And they had a photograph in the other one. Yeah. Okay, meditation and journey, calling in the powers. This is a very witchy book. And look, we've got a portal. We have a portal to go in. Readings for self, readings for others, preparing the cards, cleansing them, charging and consecrating. Much like you would do witches' tools, isn't it? And then reading with them. An informal ritual. A formal ritual. And then the card reading spreads. Past, present, future. So we've got more spreads here. So the others were spells then, and these are spreads. Okay. So we've got the Celtic cross there, look. 7-pointed star. Book of Life, 9-card spread. Examples, you know, that's really cool when they give examples of spreads. We've got a Tree of Life, a Kabbalistic Tree of Life spread there. Did not expect to see that. And look, we've got the Sephiroth with the planets. Wow, this is going to go really well actually with my deacon journey, isn't it? Oh gosh, this is so much more than I expected. It has so outdone my expectations. I am just blown away by this book. What would you expect though from somebody like Christopher Penczak? I mean, who knows? Okay, here we go. Maxine Miller, the creator of dynamic and detailed Celtic and occult artwork. So that's the artist. Oh, from the punk rock in California, punk rock era. Graphic art for the music and movie business. She's worked for Madonna, Batman, movie Constantine. Brilliant. Oh, Pre-Raphaelite. Oh, you know that's my favourite art style. I absolutely adore the Pre-Raphaelite movement. And then Maxine's combined that with Celtic and occult subjects in jewellery, silkscreen apparel, plaques, fine art, tattoo designs. Wow. And here we are. Christopher Penczak is witch, teacher and award winner, author of over 25 books on modern witchcraft, healing and spirituality. The co-founder of the Temple of Witchcraft, creator of Temple of Witchcraft Mystery School, education programs, teacher and author. And then we've got their socials here. Okay, well, how long did I take on that just on that guidebook? Oh, I am just blown away by the guidebook, and just a quick peek at those cards and I think I'm going to be blown away by those as well. Oh gosh, I'm so excited about this deck. I think out of the two, the Wooden Wardens and this one, this is the one that is really appealing to me. I'm going to have to make some sort of connection, I think, to the Wooden Wardens, which I haven't yet. We shall see. You know, not every deck is for everyone. Okay, first criticism, hopefully the only criticism, is the size of the image. That image is absolutely chock-a-full. It's almost like you're going to need a magnifying glass to actually pick out all those different elements there. Also, the typeface is difficult. It's not actually giving full appreciation of what's being presented here, because what's being presented here is magnificent, but lost in the size. So, do we get a bigger one in the book? Hold on. Look. See, why didn't they make them that size? I can see that. I can't see that. Look how much difference there is in the size there. That is a criticism I've got, I'm afraid. I'm going to probably have to keep referencing the book more than the cards until I actually get to have a real close connection to them, each and every one. So yeah, I'm afraid that's a bit of a sticky point for me. Okay, so anyway, one, Angel's Trumpet. That must be the botanical name. So maybe it doesn't matter too much. I mean, look at this. This is belladonna. Oh gosh. I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love. Look, there's a skeleton angel there. Both sides. This deck is gorgeous. Bleeding hearts. There, I've got some of those actually in the garden. They grow like wildfire, those. Pretty though. But yeah, I've got a lot of them in my garden. Calla lily. I think there we have got a reference to Lilith. These are definitely going to be cards for magical workings. We've even got some Asian script there for the camellia. It looks like there's several ways you could actually work with this deck, because you've got the glyphs for planets and elements and all sorts in here, as well as the actual artwork. I mean, look here, we've got playing card glyphs, diamonds and spades, hearts and clubs. They're all there on the side here. And then we've got all these glyphs here. We've got planets, we've got elements, and a woman smoking cannabis. We've got a figure up here as well. Dandelion. It seems like a lion's head maybe. And I can't read that script there. Oh, these are just magnificent. Oh, wow, look at that dragon. Dragon tree. Do you know, I've never felt such a attraction to a deck like I'm feeling with this one. Never ever. It's just, you can almost feel the magic coming from it. I can't explain. It's just, it's infused. It's totally, wow. Fly agaric. Oh, you just keep seeing things. Oh gosh. Hellbore 10. This art style is beautiful. I've got to stop gushing because this, I'll never get through the deck. It's just, you'll be my death. Wow. Socrates. Oh man. Wow. This sort of reminds me of Bieber. Oh man. Holly. Is that the Holly King? This is just right up my street. This art style is just everything I love in art. Everything. It's got Celtic. Look, there's a Celtic cross there. I'm very familiar with the Celtic crosses because our graveyards here are full of them, being Cornwall. And then, of course, the Art Nouveau and Pre-Raphaelite Bieber type vibes coming from this. It is everything I'd ever want in a deck. I tell you what now, I can tell you straight off the bat, if my house caught fire and I had to choose one deck to run out with, it's going to be this one. It's going to be this one. And it's not even an expensive deck. Lavender. Oh man. Love lies bleeding. Mandrake, there's that Mandrake card. Moonflower. Oak. So that must be the Oak King. I cannot wait to start getting to know this deck. Poppy, my mum's flower. As a dancer. Oh, we've got the Tree of Life here, the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. We've got their associated planets there. We have Rose at the crown here of the card. Venus, I would say. Gosh. Rue, keys, daggers. Interesting, we actually don't really see the any associated keyword on the cards. I mean, this one says Herb of Grace, Rue, but there's no actual keyword, so you would need the guidebook, to be fair. Okay, Sorcerer's Violet. Sunflower. They've actually made it. It just stands out so well, doesn't it, in a black and white image when you've got flashes of one colour like that. So we've got the bees and the sunflowers all coloured, and then the rest in black and white. They're beautiful. And we've got like a chariot here, and the charioteer has got the bees driving the chariot. So is that Helios, the sun god? I'm guessing here. That just came to my head. Helios or Helios, I don't know how you say it. I wonder why I thought that. It's got little arrows in the back there. Oh, and spiked wheels, dangerous. So we've got thistle. None touch me with impunity. Thorn apple. We've got the pentagram there. Vine. Willow. I think they used to make pencils out of willow, didn't they, back in the day? So maybe he's drawing with a piece of willow there. Wolfsbane. Beautiful. Wormwood. Yarrow. Yew. And the Witch's Garden, which is the image from the back of the card, but recoloured. So those are the cards I'm going to draw on. Cardstock, it's gorgeous. It's quite thick, but then, you know, there's only 30 odd cards there, so it's not like a full 78 card tarot deck where it's a problem. Matte, like a matte finish. See if I can riffle them. Not that I'm great at riffling, but yeah, they're fine. Fine. Right, let's draw a card, shall we? And have a little look at the guidebook. And we have card number 23, and this is Sorcerer's Violet, which is a totally black and white image on like it's not a white background, it's like a fawn coloured background. I am in love with this deck. Oh, nice. 23, Sorcerer's Violet. The associated planets: Moon, Venus, Jupiter and Saturn, and the elements are water and earth. So you could actually then go and delve deeper into the attributes of those planets and see how that aligns, couldn't you? The element is water and earth. Magical meaning. The Sorcerer's Violet is an often forgotten ally because it creeps along in low places and is hidden until the purple flowers bloom. The plant's characteristics point to its use in magic. The small but beautiful flower looks like a 5-pointed whirling star and is used in magic to open our psychic powers. As a vine, sometimes known as tomb vine, it reaches out, grasps and binds, and has been used in both protection spells and love magic, particularly to draw or connect to a lover, or to rekindle or reclaim an old one. Oh, that's interesting. The plant can be used to connect with deceased loved ones. Wow. And reflects the idea of eternal love reaching beyond the grave. You do actually often see ivy, don't you, in graveyards? The famed occultist Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, well known for his tarot associations by the by, associated the Sorcerer's Violet with the star of Polaris, the North Star, indicating it confers a level of steadiness and guidance when we are lost. How about that? So that's a bit of the background to the plant. So now the spirit medicine. This hidden ally, found creeping upon the forest or garden floor, helps us perceive that which is hidden and subtle. The 5-petalled flower is usually purple, which aligns spiritually with our psychic eye, our brow centre, where we can perceive subtle and spiritual forces. Sorcerer's Violet helps you see and feel things more clearly, awakening your psychic powers to a greater degree, showing you what has always been around you, but beyond your mortal notice. The ability to perceive auras, spirits, and particularly the dead improves. The nature of Sorcerer's Violet is opening, but also keeping you grounded and stable, as it is a low-growing vine. Its spirit aids us against opening too much or too quickly as a psychic, preventing us from becoming ungrounded and unhealthy. The 5-petalled nature of the flower, like a pentagram, can provide a psychic shield or filter from harmful energy and magic directed towards us, intentionally or inadvertently. It can help us protect us from ourselves. These qualities make us naturally more proficient in all forms of magic or sorcery, hence the name. In healing work, the magical vine will heal current and past life memories when we have abused our natural magical abilities and done harm to others, particularly coercive love magic. Divination meaning. When the Sorcerer's Violet shows itself in a reading, it indicates the power of reaching, striving and opening up more, while remaining grounded, centred and true to our past. Open up to the bigger picture and explore, but don't forget your roots. The Vinca spirit dances in the centre of her flower here, letting the vines and roots balance her. Take reasonable precautions and be aware of the subtle forces around you, as the message will not be dramatic, but it will be clear if you are paying attention. And then in reverse Sorcerer's Violet will be present when we need to protect ourselves from harm by laying low and paying attention, or when we really need to reflect upon the harder lessons of the past before making our next move. Beloved ancestors could be giving us information on how to proceed if we listen. And lessons of past loves might apply to our current situation. And then we've got an affirmation. I see things clearly, I remain grounded as I experience new things. Something has just occurred to me. When I pulled a card from the Woodland Wardens, what did I pull? Skunk. Which was about protection. That's the one I pulled. I've got an awful feeling I need to protect myself. So how am I going to go about protecting myself? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to use a crystal. And the crystal that I am going to use, I might use 2. I might use topaz, because gold topaz can actually promote invisibility. So if somebody is looking to cause some sort of harm, if I need protection, then I will become invisible to their efforts. And then I'm also going to use black tourmaline, because a black tourmaline is a very, very protective stone. So that's what I'm going to do. As soon as I turn this camera off, I am going to cleanse and charge those crystals and actually work with them. The other thing I wanted to do, or show you while I'm here, actually it needs redressing, but I'll just show you, is this. If it's going to fit on the camera, we shall see. Hold up. No, it's just the ribbons are starting to come undone here. And this obviously needs redressing, because this is one from last year. Zoom out. Get the boxes out of the way, shall we? Okay. So, yeah. I thought you might be a little bit interested in this. And this is obviously the ivy wrapped around a pentagram made of twigs. And I absolutely adore this. It's on my kitchen wall all the time. And obviously I'm going to redress it when the vine comes back, which I get one actually in my garden, so it's quite easy to access. And then I will wrap the new green vine around this when it's ready, and that will last me another year. So yeah, I thought I'd just share that as a little interest. It's a bit dusty actually. In my kitchen wall for the past year without being redressed. But yeah, I'm going to redress this and put it back. So yeah, for another year. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm off now to get some crystals for protection because that's what the cards are telling me. And even though I haven't cleansed and charged the cards as yet, I actually am taking that message on board. And if that applies to anybody who's watching this video, then yeah, I hope you're safe and well, and no one's out to harm you either. And if you feel they are, then as I say, golden topaz and black tourmaline can be your allies. Okay, so anyway, that's enough of that. I'm going to go now. I'll maybe be able to film one more. I'm not too sure. The light seems to be holding. I might have enough time to actually film one more box opening, which would be the Lily White Tarot, which I got on a buy-sell group. So it's not basically unwrapping, but it's new to me. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure to make these videos, and it's a pleasure to put them up on YouTube and share my passions for all of these things. And I hope you find it of interest. Anyway, I'm waffling. Until the next time. Bye.